Is your social experience everything that you want it to be? Is your social experience everything that you want others to get from you? Those are important questions. And as we think about what the social experience is, we're going to focus today predominantly just on the aspect of social experience that is internal, digital. That seems to be the prevalent way that we have social experiences today as we're going through these changes and the lockdowns and the things that we have to accommodate. As we think about what our true social experience is, what experience do we want to have? What experience do we want to give? Now, I'm going to focus today on mostly what we want to give, because I think what we want to have is what we focus on. That's what we gravitate toward. Now, that can be often a short-term thing. That can be a very short-term view. And so we gravitate based upon our likes, not necessarily our needs, our wants, not necessarily our needs. And we think about our social experience in a very different way. Now, the people socially that you are closest to, now I'm talking again, today, internal, digital, often there's a great distance between them. There's not a lot of personal connection in that process, and that's exactly what I'm talking about. So as we think about that, I'm going to pull from Jenna Kutcher, who I think provided us a great framework to look at this. So when we think about our social posts, what we want to do out there socially in an internal digital environment, we think about, okay, do I want to do one of these three things? Do I want to inspire? Do I want to help somebody feel more about themselves? Do I want to help someone feel better? Do I want to help somebody move to the next level? Do I want to help somebody think about something in such a way that they're going to naturally gravitate in that direction? That would be something that's inspirational. Do I want to educate? Help them to understand something new, help them to understand something about themselves, even contemplate the process of education? Or do I want to just entertain? And what I'm suggesting is that there's a great opportunity for each of these three. It's not that each one has to be done in exclusion, and it's not that each one has to be done at the exclusion of others. It's that if we think about ahead of time, what is it that we're truly trying to accomplish with this particular post? What is it that we're truly trying to bring about, regardless of who it is that we're trying to bring that about with? And we think about it in the framework of, am I inspiring? Am I educating? Am I entertaining? It'll probably allow us to be able to make that post a little bit more succinct, a little bit more meaningful, for lack of a better term. So what do we have to do this with? Well, we've got pictures, right? And we've got words, and then we've got the combination of that, which is pictures and words together. We can use any of those modes. And what I'm going to suggest is you want to use those modes that are most comfortable for you. At the same time, you want to look at varying those modes. What good is it to send out a social message that no one receives? We have to be engaging with people in order for that social message to actually have any type of realistic validity. So I want you to consider what your message is. I want you to consider, what am I using to portray that message or send that message out there? And then the third part of this is, what's the simplest way I can communicate the message that I'm really trying to communicate? That's the hard part. It was real easy for me in school, especially in my high school years and all of my college, my undergraduate, my graduate. It was real easy for me on an essay question because I could just share everything I wanted. What's difficult is when there's a limitation to how much you can share. So you have to really pare it down. You have to really be concise. You have to really think about, how can I communicate these four concepts in one sentence? That's the tough part. When I create these messages for you, I have to figure out, how can I shove as much into as little time as possible, because your time is precious. I want to value that, and I want to make sure that you understand what it is that I'm trying to get to you. So as we communicate socially, again, thinking about, are we trying to inspire? Are we trying to educate? Are we trying to entertain? Are we trying to do that through pictures, through words, through video? And how do we do that in the most concise way possible? As we do, our social experience will expound. Believe me, it's all about having and creating exceptional experiences so that you can experience life. Thank you so much. I'll see you on the next Primacy Podcast.